Here we have the next question. X is equal to a1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square, and y is equal to 2tb divided by 1 plus t square. And if you focus on it for a while, you will know what is the third variable over here. Okay, three variables x, y, and what is the third variable over here? Okay, so let's just think. You can see that x is present over here, y is present over here. What is the thing which is common in both of these equations? T, which shows that t is the third variable. So t is my third variable. Now what do I have to do? I have to find the derivative of y with respect to t and then the derivative of x with respect to t, so that I can put them into the chain rule. So first of all, dx by dt and then d by dA 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. And this fact proves that this equation is right because the thing which is present on the denominator of the left hand side is present on the numerator of the right hand side. So we are going right. We will apply two properties. Okay. The first one, we will be applying the multiplication property, and in the second one, we will be applying the division property. Okay. So how are we going to deal with it? Consider this thing as one function. Okay. This is my fx and this is my gx. Second function as it is 1 plus t square, derivative of the first function a 1 minus t square minus, because it is division, right? The second function, which is a 1 minus t square, the derivative of the second function, that is 1 plus t square, and in the denominator we have the square of the second function. Next, let's begin. 1 plus 2 square. This is again being multiplied, right? So how I can deal with it? You can see that I will solve it separately. You can see over here d by dx a 1 minus t square. Okay, so this is the first function and this is my second function, and these are being multiplied. The first function as it is, derivative of the second function, plus the second function as it is, derivative of the first function. Okay, remember we have to use t over here. Don't be confused that this is a, so I will use a. No, we want dt. T is the third variable. Then a, this would be negative 2t, because 1 is the constant and the derivative of any constant is equal to 1. Then negative sign, 2 is the exponent, it is separated, so it becomes at the first, and then 2 minus 1 is 1, so it is at the exponent of the derivative. What would be the derivative of this thing right over here? It is a constant, so it would be 0, and this whole thing would be 0. Then we have negative 2a t minus a 1 minus t square. What would be the derivative over here? 1 is a constant again, and this would be 2t divided by 1 plus t square whole square. So 2t is common, and a is also common if you see in all of these equations. So let's just take those things out. Okay, so we have 2a and t. So we have negative sign, first of all, this negative sign right over here, 1 plus t square minus, what is remaining over here? Only this thing, 1 minus t square is remaining, and in the denominator we have 1 plus t square whole square. We can solve it a bit further. 2at, if I just multiply this negative sign and this negative sign, so we have negative 1 negative t square, negative 1 positive t square, and the denominator we have again 1 plus t square whole square. So this would be cancelled, and this would be negative 1 would become negative 2, so this would be multiplied, and we will get negative 4. So finally dx by dt would be equal to negative 4 at divided by 1 plus t square whole square. Okay, now let's just start solving dy by dt, the derivative of y with respect to t. This was my t, so let's begin. Again, we have the multiplication and the division. So first of all, let's deal with the division. This whole thing would be my fx and this would be my dx. So the second function as it is, derivative of the first function minus the first function, derivative of the second function divided by 1 plus t square whole square. We have 1 plus t square and 2bt. What would be the derivative of 2bt? So 2b are constants, right? So they will be separated, and the derivative of t with respect to t would be what? It would be 1. So we have 2b minus 2bt, and this would be again 2t divided by 1 plus t square whole square. Then let's see. So we have 2b's right over here, so I can take it as a common. So we have 1 plus t square left from this side, and from this side we have 2 t and t are left, so we have t square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. Now let's just apply the chain rule. dy by dx is equal to dy by dt dot dt by dx. Now it's very simple to put the values, but the thing is, if you put dy by dt, what is dy by dt? It is 2b. And what is dt by dx? See, we have dx by dt, and it is asking for dt by dx. This is a rule of the chain rule. So what do we want to do? We want to reciprocate these things, and this would become 1 plus t square whole square divided by minus 4at. This is the value which we have to put over here. So you can see very clearly this is cancelled and this is cancelled right over here. So we have negative, this negative sign will go over there, negative sign, 1 negative, because t square minus t square would be negative t square. In the denominator, this thing 2at, and over here we have b, this b right over here. So this is the final dy by dx of this equation.